Welcome to episode 2. In our last episode, we spoke about how to register your business, the types of business registrations that exist, what you should not do, why you should not just go ahead and register a business. Remember that name reservation thing? Exactly. Now, this time around, we will be talking about what are the benefits of registering a business. Why should you even register a business? How should you go about registering a business? The steps, step by step guidelines on how to register your business. Then we will talk about, now that you have registered, what next? Come on with me. In terms of benefits, you can't take a government contract without a registered business, no matter how small. Even if it is 100,000 naira government contract, you need a registered business. You can't get financing from the government. There are Bank of Industry loans, development bank funding, grants, and so many different things to support your business. But you can't get any of these things if you are not registered. You can't exactly open a proper business bank account in Nigeria if you are not registered. If you are not registered in Nigeria, there are a few difficulties you'll be facing. Imagine, you need to collect money from your customer, and now you are showing your personal name instead of your business name on the account. People would not trust you that much. So there is the trust quotient that you get just by having your business registered. So if you register your business as well, you are then able to make certain decisions, hire and employ people onto that company without contravening the laws. I don't use big English. Contravene, without going against the law. But yes, so you must be wondering, why is it that a lot of people don't register their businesses? They would just register and leave it there, and they are always afraid to register. No, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Go ahead if you know you are certain, but make sure to use the help of a professional if you don't understand it that well. Now, that said, how do you go about registering your business? Regardless of the kind of business you want to register, you need some basic details. Of course, your name, the name of the business you want to register. Me, I have a number of businesses registered. How I came up with my name, I pray to God. It may be your brother that gave you the name, or you just like the name. Register your business name, Makana Limited, for example. Find the name that you like. Reserve it. If you are not ready to register and start sending documents to government, please reserve it. Reserve your name. But if you are willing to register, you need your business name. You need your utility bill, whether it is NEPA, whether it is, I said NEPA, whatever distribution company it is, ID card, whether it is NIN or what have you, international passport, driver's license. You need your signature. Then you need what you would call the objects of the company. They call it objects of the company, but it's basically what will you be doing, like a description of what you want to be doing. For the limited liability companies, it is usually, they expect it to be, you need what you call the MEMAT, Memorandum and Articles of Association. It is basically guidelines that tells you how to operate your business. This is how we will be doing. We will be conducting board meetings. We will be doing this at the end of every year. So you need those details. And then you need small money. Your business registration vendor or your lawyers will tell you how much you need to register your business. So now that we have, known how to register our business, we have registered. Now what next? Once you register your business, Depending on the kind of business, there's something called SCUML. SCUML. SCUML is a body of the EFCC. Waiting EFCC, fine, come. Don't worry. It is just a requirement that if you register a particular business, depending on the industry, probably you are selling jewelry, or it is a consulting business, or you are a real estate agent. For those category of business, you are supposed to register for something called SCUML. Now, it's not difficult. It's just a registration that shows that you are responsible and you will not use your business for money laundering. The body just what they do is to regulate money laundering matters. But something people don't know is that when you register with the SCUML, there is something you need to do on a regular basis. You need to submit a report to the SCUML every month. That document I think they have a template for it. What you are supposed to put there is transactions above a certain amount. I think it's 5 million for individuals and 10 million for companies. On that document, you are supposed to be writing all your transactions that are above certain amounts and send it to the government every month. People don't know this. In fact, many people that know it don't do it. So, remember in the last episode when we were speaking and I was talking about you should know what you are ready to do when you are registering. And if you use a quack to register your company, you may get yourself, maybe you are doing a business that does not require SCUML. They may put in a word or a sentence in your objects. Remember objects. Objects is the things you are doing in your business. They may put in a word like consulting, real estate, consultancy, all those little words that could then mean or that could then require you to register for SCUML, which would then require you to be sending a particular NFIU report monthly. So you need to be very aware of this. Then you need to register for tax. You need to register for federal inland tax and state tax. If you are in Lagos, for example, you need to register with the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS, and the Lagos Internal Revenue Service, LIRS. Why are they different? Let me just give you an explanation a bit as to why you have different bodies. So different taxes are collected by the states. Different taxes are collected by the federal government. There are taxes that are federal. You know that one that you've heard of, everybody has heard of it, VAT. That VAT is federal government's money. Anywhere you collect it in Nigeria is federal government's money. But if you run an hotel, for example, in Lagos, there is something called Hotel Restaurants and Occupancy Act, something like that. That's the extra 5% that those big restaurants charge when they give you an invoice. So if you buy bread or if you buy, let's say, jollof rice and chicken of 10,000 naira at a particular restaurant, they will charge you 7.5%, that's 750 as VAT. Then they will charge you 5%, that's 500 naira as consumption tax. Check your invoice the next time you go to buy something from these people. You see that 5%, that one goes to states. That 7.5 goes to federal. So that's why you need to register for both states and federal, because some of the taxes you'll be paying will be for states and you'll be for federal. For the state taxes, your employees are individuals. Sometimes it's not you that you are paying taxes, because sometimes when people hear taxes now, they think, oh, government wants to collect money from me. No, it's not always that they want to collect money from you. Sometimes you are just that person in between the person that government wants to collect money from and the government. And that is why the government says when you register a business, your business is an agent. It's like an agent. You will be helping government to collect money. So most times it's not you that you are paying the tax. You are just collecting on behalf of somebody and then paying to the government. For example, if you hire an employee and you pay them 50,000 naira a month, you are supposed to be deducting taxes, even if they are just cleaning your house. The taxes may not be a lot, but you are supposed to still remit and deduct. So you need to register for the Federal Inland Revenue Service for federal taxes, and you need to register for states for state taxes. And people would ask, but I just registered a business name. Should I be registering for federal government? Should be individual. An individual is a business name, and a business name is an individual. Why should I register for federal taxes? I'll give you an explanation. Why? When you buy goods from ShopRite, are you not an individual? Does ShopRite charge you VAT or not? They charge you this VAT and they need to pay it to the federal government. Now, you have registered a business, right? Somebody would pay you VAT when you buy and sell goods and services. Somebody would probably pay you VAT, or you will pay somebody VAT. Now you need to go and submit it to the government. But also remember, in the last conversation we had, we spoke and said that even when you are not paying taxes, or you are not liable to pay taxes, by registering a business, you have agreed to be communicating with the government and telling them everything you do. So state government wants to know, federal government also wants to know. So even if you are saying you don't make money, you don't do anything, the government wants you to submit a document to them showing them that you don't make money. So we don't forget where we're coming from, right? We're talking about what you do after registration. And remember how I got into the matter of taxes was me saying you need to register with the state. You also need to register with the federal government. So in terms of taxes that we were speaking about, most of the taxes you pay, you just stand in between the person that the government wants to collect it from and the government. And somebody is wondering, I don't want to be paying taxes. I cannot pay tax. What is the government doing for me? Well, whether you like it or not, you are paying. You buy bottled water, Abi? You take BRT, don't you? Exactly. You buy bag for your child. You do a number of things. But it is important to note that it's not everything that is taxed. It's not everything. It's not everything. I'll give you a very, very simple example. Water, for example, is not taxed. Water is not supposed to be taxed. However, when you buy bottled water, you are not buying water alone. You are buying water and you are buying packaging, the bottle and the water. For the people selling the water, ideally, they should pay tax on the bottle, even if they don't pay. The person that sold the bottle to them, because even if they manufacture the bottle themselves, the products they buy to manufacture the bottle, VAT has been included, right? Because it is not water, it is bottle. So bottle is taxable, water is not taxable. So by the time you buy bottled water, that extra kobo, even if you think you are paying 100 naira or you are paying 15 naira, inside that 15 naira, there is tax. There are some other things too that are not taxed, baby products, educational products like books for children. So there's a long list of things that are not taxed. If you export certain things too, the government says you shouldn't tax them. So there are different things like this that are not being taxed. But the average person, usually, whether you are just entering a bus, whether it's you wear clothes, right? You have a telephone, you buy airtime. In fact, you send money from your bank account. When you send 50,000 to somebody, or even if it is 5,000, it is not just the 5,000 that they remove, right? They will remove the 5,000. They will remove 20 naira. They will now remove extra 7.5% of 20 naira. That's 1.5 kobo. That is exactly where it is going. That is tax. So whether you like it or not, you are paying your taxes. So the only way, the thing you should know is not to be afraid of it. You should embrace it, understand it, and then you can utilize it to your own advantage. So back to what we were saying. When you register your business, if applicable, you should also register for SCOMO. You should register with FIRS, the Federal Inland Revenue Service, and the states, in case you are in, Ebonyi state, you are in whatever state. Then somebody may be thinking, I'm living in Abuja. Abuja is a state. Prior to now, there was no tax body in Abuja as a state. So people in Abuja would register with the FIRS, right? But now there is a body in Abuja. It's called the FCT IRS. So the way you have Lagos LIRS, Rivers IRS, Kogi IRS, you also now have FCT IRS. So if you are in Abuja, you would register with the Federal Inland Revenue Service and the FCT IRS. I hope that is clear. So after that, you may decide to open a bank account and all those other things. Now, some people may be wondering, this one with Temi don't talk, say, make we no register business. Me, I've already registered like 2 businesses since I was 25 and I don't use them. Well, it's not too late, because by tomorrow, your tax would have increased. Your penalties for not rendering, filings to the government would have increased. So what we want you to do, what you need to do now is write a letter to the FIRS, to the relevant tax bodies, the federal one and the state one, and notify them that you are not in operation. Remember, you are registered, Abi. No problems. Today, as you are listening to me, take a note. Write down a letter and take it to the nearest FIRS and state tax office close to you. What is going to be in the letter? You would notify them that you registered your business at so time. You've not done anything for the last so years, and you are informing them that you are not yet in operations, and when you are in operations, you will notify them. Write that and send it to them. It would help you, stop the recurring taxes from accumulating, because if you are not sending the documents, you will be accumulating taxes even if you do nothing. Then you must probably be hearing that, if I don't make money, am I supposed to pay tax? This and more we would cover in our next episode. Thank you for listening.